Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with the second video. And today's topic is going to be 7 signs God is testing your faith. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, 7 signs God is testing your faith. All right. Now, I know somebody need this video, y'all, because when it comes to having faith, you got to have a lot of it. All right. You can't just be running around here saying, oh, I got faith. And as soon as it's tested, you don't got faith no more. Right. See, when you have faith, you are showing your dedication to the Most High. Right. You are showing your dedication to the Most High. I need y'all to realize something, y'all. Your faith will be tested. Why? Because, again, y'all, faith that is untested cannot be trusted, right? Faith that is untested cannot be trusted. Why? You haven't been through nothing, right? Like a relationship that has not been tested can't be trusted, right? A marriage that has not been tested can't be trusted. Why? Because you haven't been through anything. So, of course, you love me. Right? Because you haven't been through, hell, sleet, rain and snow, right? Which means, I don't know how you act or maneuver when you are getting tempted by somebody at your workplace or the work job, right? I don't know how you're going to react when you realize that I no longer have the same finances that I did in the past. Like, we got this savings, but we never operated together when there was a financial crisis, right? Brenda, what are you saying right now? Again, y'all, faith that has been untested cannot be trusted. And so this is why your faith is being tested. I need y'all to understand something. So I'm going to give y'all all the signs of how you know that your faith is being tested. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in to the very end of this video. But before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, chosen ones. So the first sign that God is testing your faith is going to be this, y'all. The devil is offering an easier way. Right? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, the enemy or the devil, say whichever one you notify him by, right, is testing your faith. So, y'all, I want to go ahead and get into the scripture, right? Because this scripture is very powerful and it's going to bring a lot of context to, what I'm about to tell you, right? So, follow this right here, y'all. It says right here in Matthew chapter 4, verse 1 through 11, it says, then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil, right? And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, afterward he was hungry. Okay, think about it, y'all. When you haven't ate in 4 hours, you hungry. Okay, this is around the time you can be tested at any moment. And guess what, y'all? You supposed to been fasting, but somebody say, hey man, I got some wings. Hey man, I'm finna go get me a cheeseburger. I'll pay. You being tested. Okay, listen, y'all. It goes forward to say this. Now, when the tempter came to him, he said, if you are the Son of God, he's challenging him, command that these stones become bread, because you got the power to. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Right? Then it goes forward to say, then the devil took him up into the holy city, set him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said to him, if you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge over you, and in their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Second tempt, y'all. And then Jesus said to him, it is written again, you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Again, y'all, the devil took him up on an exceedingly high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, and these things I will give you if you will fall down and worship me. Then Jesus said to him, away with you, Satan. For it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve. Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and ministered to him, right? See, his faith was being tested. Okay, how many people you know can go through the I'm talking about unthinkable temptations, okay, where you haven't eaten, and now you know you're supposed to be fasting for the Most High, and people offering to pay for your dinner and your lunch. People are telling you, listen, I can give you this, I can give you that. I'm talking about powerful people. This is why the industry is one of the most dangerous and most wickedest places to be, right? Listen, y'all, you are dealing with people who are telling you, I'll give you this, I can give you that, I got this deal for you, I can give you this amount of money, I can give you all the girls, every man that you desire. Temptation. Your faith is being tested right now while you are at your weakest, okay? Your faith is being tested. And see, when you're able to turn that down, okay, this is when you will receive your reward, right? Follow what I'm saying, y'all. Second sign that you are being tested or your faith is being tested, right? It's going to be this right here, y'all. Number 2, spiritual warfare is attacking you, okay? Spiritual warfare is attacking you. Let me go ahead and get to this second scripture, y'all, before I kind of get my 2 cents in on this right here, family. Okay? Once again, y'all, it's going to be Ephesians chapter 6, 11 through 13, right? And so right here, y'all, in Ephesians chapter 6, 11 verse 13, it says this right here, y'all. It says, put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. Okay, and then it says, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Right? Y'all got to understand something, y'all. When spiritual warfare is attacking you, yes, you got to have on the armor of God, y'all. Okay? But you also have to realize why spiritual warfare is attacking you. Okay? And then you got to understand that the people who are closest to you will be used. They are only the medium. They are only the face. They will be used. See, you got to realize something, y'all. When God is testing your faith, spiritual warfare will be at an all-time high. This is when you have more family problems. I'm talking about y'all family just tripping for no reason. Right? You're like, why my family doing this? They ain't never did this, but why are they doing it now? Your faith is being tested, okay? Maybe your wife is tripping. Your husband is tripping. Boyfriend is tripping. Girlfriend is tripping, right? Spiritual warfare, y'all, is attacking you. Will you have faith in order to get through this, right? Once again, family, okay? Faith that has been untested cannot be trusted. Follow what I'm saying, y'all. Moving on to the next one, family, is going to be number 3, okay? And that's simply going to be your finances are at a standstill, right? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your finances are at a standstill, right? So maybe you working, at a Goodwill, or Forever 21, the warehouse, right? And by the way, y'all, I worked at all 3 of them. I worked at Goodwill, Forever 21, and warehouses, right? I had one of my supporters, y'all, to say, Reno, you worked at a lot of jobs. Yes, I do, and I have, right? Well, not I do currently, but I have worked at a lot of jobs, just being honest, right? But sticking to the point, y'all, when you're working at certain jobs, your finances is at a cap, right? Your finances is at a cap, which means there are limitations to how much you can make. I don't care if you work 60 hours per week. You're not gonna get a $2,000 bonus. Yeah, maybe you may make a, $200-$300 more, and that $200-$300 more is, very helpful. I'll give it to you. I understand it. It's very helpful. However, y'all, your finances is not that just going through the breakthrough that you would want, or the financial breakthrough that you were looking to have, right? You don't have the finances that you would, want, okay? To not only just survive, but you want to thrive. You get tired of just, paying bills and That's it. And you just have $10, $20 left over, right? I never forget, y'all, when I was working at that warehouse, okay? I was trying to, I had to pay up my bills and stuff like that, right? And so all I had enough money for was to get me something to drink and a box of pizza, right? I think 2 boxes of pizza, because y'all know Domino's got the, Domino's have the $6.99 deal for 2 medium pizzas. That's all I had, y'all. That's all I had, and I got tired of that, right? Until I seen my breakthrough. And so what I'm saying is the same thing with y'all. Understand something. When your finances are at a standstill, this is not the time to lose faith. This is the time to grow stronger within your faith. This is the time to grow stronger within your faith. Reno, what are you saying right now? Your finances are at a standstill, but this is a clear sign that God is testing your faith. Do you think this is all that you're worthy of? Do you feel that this is all that you can get? Do you think or feel that this is your last stop and destination? Okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, this is not my last stop. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, this is not my last stop. I'm telling y'all right now, okay? Your finances are at a standstill, but this right here is only a clear indication that your faith is being tested, okay? Moving on to the next one, y'all. It's going to be number 4, okay? And that's simply going to be your patience is being pressed, okay? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your patience is being pressed, okay? And so, your patience can be pressed in so many different ways, y'all. It can be your kids, right? Just dealing with their attitudes as they are growing to be teenagers, okay? It can be, dealing with the job, right? Knowing that you are about to get a better job. Matter of fact, you're about to step outside of a job and step into your career, okay? Maybe you are about to step into your calling, but in the meantime, you have to, carry this thing out. Maybe you putting your 2 weeks notice in. Maybe you just want to be a good Samaritan and just say, you know what? I'm going to put my 2 weeks notice in, y'all, and I'm not going to, quit. I'm not going to open up a bad karma for myself. I'm going to just finish this thing out. And you right there at the finish line, okay? Your faith is being tested, right? And the clear indication is your patience is being pressed, all right? You are in certain situations to where it causes you to have patience, right? Patience. Somebody drop that word in the comments, patience, okay? Do you know how many lives could have been saved if only they had patience? Do you know how many people who could have alleviated themselves from going to jail if only they had patience, right? Hey, man, I got you some money right here, man. Yeah, man, all you got to do is just sell this rock right here, man. All you got to do is just, anytime somebody say all you got to do, you probably need to look into what you got to do, okay, to receive that money, to receive that opportunity, okay? What I'm trying to say is, y'all, is this right here. Sometimes we can put ourselves in the worst positions when you do not have patience, okay? When you don't have patience. But with that being said, y'all, that is a clear indication that God is testing your faith. All right. Moving on to the next one, family, is going to be number 5, family. And that is you're feeling confused. Okay. You are feeling confused. And so a lot of times, y'all, when we are feeling confused, this simply means that our faith is being tested, right? You don't know what to do. Right? Sometimes you don't know who you are. You don't know what to do next. You don't know, what's your next step in life. And so a lot of times it causes us to be, confused. Like, I never forget, y'all, when I decided to start doing these videos, it was kind of confusing. Cause I'm like, I'm used to doing just straight music, right? I'm used to just being a creative in the musical world, right? I wasn't used to creating in terms of doing videos, right? And so it put me in a position of being confused. But then I never forget, y'all, in my beginning videos, I will always say, y'all, I'm not a preacher, I'm just a vessel, right? And I still feel that way, but God got this weird way of doing or making you do something you thought that you would never do. And so I catch myself, y'all, whenever I'm speaking in these videos or whenever I'm, giving out a message, I'm finding God to be in these messages a bit more and more and more, right? Whereas in the prior times, I was more confused. Like, am I supposed to be doing this? right? Is this right? Like, what is going on right now? Reno, what are you saying right now? Well, when God is testing your faith, okay, you will oftentimes feel confused, all right? Listen, y'all, right here in Exodus chapter 4, verse 10, it says this right here, family. Once again, y'all, Exodus chapter 4, verse 10, it says this right here, family. It says, then Moses said to the Lord, "Oh, my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue," right? Y'all, I can agree with this scripture in so many ways. I can connect with this scripture in so many ways because growing up, y'all, when I was a kid, I used to stutter a lot, right? And every now and then, I get my on. Just every now and then, right? But it sounds so smooth and it sounds so like it's supposed to be within the video to where y'all probably won't notice it. However, y'all, I connect with it so much because, when you feel like God is telling you that you're going to speak, for a living, and you're like, hey, man, I used to stutter when I was a kid, right? I have a lisp, okay? Maybe not the strongest lisp. Maybe not the strongest lisp. I'm sorry, y'all. However, y'all, I'm aware that I have a lisp. But listen, y'all, I eat, I live off of the sound of my voice and the wisdom in my mind, okay? And the intelligence that I carry. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? At one point, I was confused, but now it's clear as day what I'm supposed to be doing. And so what I'm saying is I had to get my faith tested by the Most High in order to reach my calling. And that's the same thing with you. You are feeling confused, okay? Just like Moses was. He's telling them, hey, you probably don't got the right guy, all right? I'm slow with my tongue. I have a speech impediment. Hey, it's not me. But no, God know what he's doing. Somebody drop in the comments and say, God knows. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, God knows. Okay? Moving on to the next one, y'all, is going to be number 6, all right? And that is, you feel stressed. Okay? You feel stressed. It's kind of piggybacking off of feeling confused. Okay? When you're confused, it can cause you to feel stressed, right? Not knowing what you're supposed to do, not knowing where you're supposed to go, okay? Dealing with spiritual warfare from family, friends, the job, okay? Not being fulfilled, okay? Listen, y'all, it is so many people in this world who is financially stable, right? They're financially in a great place. However, they would never stop working. Why? Because working fulfills them. Okay, working fulfills them. Reno, why do you tell me this? See, when you are feeling stressed, it's because you're not being fulfilled, right? It's because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing right now, or you're not even in the headspace to even figure out. You got so much problems. I mean, heartbreak problems, right? You got people who is lying to you, slandering you. You worrying about what other people think of you, feel of you, right? Understand something, y'all. That will cause a lot of stress. However, y'all, God is only testing your faith, because don't worry about slanderers. They will be dealt with. Don't worry about liars. They will be dealt with. Don't worry about those who have done you wrong or caused harm onto you. They will be dealt with. They will. However, it is for you to have faith, okay? And so the only way you're going to be able to do that is by keeping the faith. The size of a mustard seed, all right? Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know if y'all are picking up what I am putting down, all right? And so the last one, family, is going to be this, y'all. Number 7, your obedience is being challenged, all right? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your obedience is being challenged, all right? And so a lot of times, y'all, we are forced to do things that we don't want to do, right? Maybe work a job that we don't want to work, right? Maybe submit to something that we don't want to submit to, right? We are forced to do certain things that we don't want to do, but in actuality, it is only testing our obedience to the higher power. Listen, y'all, right here in Genesis chapter 22, verse 1 through 2, it says, now it came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham, and he said, here I am. He answered immediately. Then he said, take now your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. right, Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you. Do y'all know how hard this would be for any parent these days? Right? Imagine if God said, hey, take your only son, your only daughter, take her up there to the mountain and use her as an offering, the burnt offering. Okay? What is that? A sacrifice. Let's see how obedient you will be. Let's see how obedient you will be. Lord, I'm a humble servant. Okay, well, take your daughter up there to the mountain. All right? And use her as a sacrifice. Until I say otherwise. See, it took a different type of faith, y'all, when Abraham was roaming this earth. It took a different type of faith, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, have faith. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, have faith. Rena, what are you saying right now? Your obedience is being challenged because although Abraham thought that he was going to have to utilize his son, Isaac, whom it took years to have, years. And now you want me to sacrifice him? See, what is it in your life that you have and you cling to it so much, but you can't let it go? Even if God told you to, what is it that's in your life right now that's holding you down and holding you back, but you love it so much? Sometimes you got to sacrifice, right? And it's not always the thing that you think you got to sacrifice, right? And that's how God operates. But sticking to the point, y'all, God is testing your faith when your obedience is being challenged. You have to be obedient to the calling. You have to be obedient to the purpose. You have to be obedient to God's laws, his commandments. You have to be obedient. Obedience is key, family. All right. But anyway, y'all, we're going to go ahead and do a recap and then we'll conclude this video. So 7 signs God is testing your faith. Number 1, family, the devil is offering an easier way. All right. Be mindful of this. Number 2, spiritual warfare is attacking you. Number 3, your finances are at a standstill. Number 4, your patience is being pressed. Number 5, you're feeling confused. Number 6, you feel stressed. And number 7, your obedience is being challenged, all right? And so with that being said, y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my books, enroll into my social influence course, or book a one-on-one session with me, you can do so by clicking the link inside my description. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments social influence if you want to build up your social influence. Click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.